Quick reality check to start. The failure you can see is seldom the costly one. It's the small, plausible change that ripples through hidden dependence, and suddenly your operation is in crisis. Today, I'll give you a one-line habit, the Chain Reaction Index, that forces you to quantify cascade risk and pre-position containment before a minor change becomes systemic. Make your next move count.
That framing lands immediately. Small, local changes, feature flags, model parameter tweaks, vendor config flips are the usual suspects. We'll walk through a compact index, 3 quick probes, and containment primitives you can apply without months of engineering.
Core insight in one line. Cascades, not single failures, are what make good decisions expensive. Long audits and exhaustive dependency maps are ideal but slow. A single multiplier plus 3 orthogonal signal fields expose systemic risk quickly and cheaply. The 3 reasons this beats long audits: speed, you can score before you act; signal orthogonality, fan-out, amplification, and latency give different failure geometries; and actionability, every score requires a short containment plan that preserves reversibility.
Put another way, the index is a cognitive contract. It forces the owner to think about how many systems touch the change, how strongly each will be affected, and how fast those effects move. That framing alone changes choices. Fewer global flips, more targeted throttles.
Now the exact token you paste into a gate or ticket. Schema. Change ID. Cascade factor 0 to 10. Fan-out. Estimated consumers. Amplification, average multiplier. Latency, hours. Containment plan ref. 3 copy-paste examples so you can see it live. 1. Feature toggle rollout. Feature toggle V2, 3. Fan-out, 4. Amplification, 1.2. Latency, 2 hours. Contain, CT-FT-01. 2. Model parameter of update. Model update V1.3, 6. Fan-out, 12. Amplification, 2.5. Latency, 6 hours. Contain, CT-mod-02. 3. Vendor config change. Vendor auth config region A, 8. Fan-out, 35. Amplification, 4.0. Latency, 1 hour. Contain, CT-vend-07.
A couple of calibration rules as you score. Anchor 0 to 2 to changes that are essentially harmless in production, small UI copy tweaks or internal metrics renames. Anchor 8 to 10 to known systemic risks, changes that touch billing, identity, core routing, or model outputs consumed broadly. And always add a one-line provenance note for your fan-out estimate, where the number came from, even if it's a quick logs query or a contract clause.
Move 2. 3 containment primitives you can apply fast and reversibly. First, decoupling fence. Create a soft sideways path that isolates the change from downstream consumers. Think change traffic to a queue that only a canary consumer reads. Second, local kill switch. Consumer-level toggles or throttles that let you pause processing for a single downstream service without a global rollback. Third, surge budget. Pre-allocated capacity and time boxing to absorb the cost and friction of rapid reversions or manual mitigations. Each primitive is designed to buy time and preserve optionality rather than deliver the nuclear option.
2 quick operational checks on those primitives. Prefer throttles and sandboxing before a full customer-facing kill, and require a 24-hour human review before any public kill switch is executed. That prevents blunt controls from creating new damage while containing the original issue.
Move 3. 2 lightweight AI checks that fit into a 10-minute gate. These are constrained prompts you paste into your internal analysis agent or a secure LLM interface. Prompt A. Enumerate likely dependence. Prompt text to paste. Given change ID, token, and the last 90 days of logs and integration manifests, enumerate the top likely consumers of this change. For each consumer, provide consumer ID, evidence line, log path or contract clause, estimated consumption volume, and confidence score 0 to 1. Return max 12 entries and include provenance links. Prompt B. 72-hour Cascade simulation. Prompt text to paste. Simulate a 72-hour cascade starting at Change ID token. Use recent traffic profiles and amplification assumptions from the index. Return the single most likely breach signal, one sentence, and expected incident timeline, and a 90% confidence band on impact magnitude. Keep results within 300 words and list the top 3 quick mitigations.
A practical note on running those prompts: lock them to a restricted execution environment that can access logs and manifests, but not external internet. Require that the agent emits providence lines for each dependent. Otherwise, the output is a hallucination. And if the AI finds a dependent you didn't know about, treat that as a red flag to apply a containment fence immediately.
Okay, one compact pilot you can run this week. A 7-day script. Day 1, pick 5 upcoming changes you own or review. Day 2, create an index token for each and log the provenance for fanout. Day 3, rank them by cascade factor and pick the top 2 for containment. Day 4, apply decoupling fence or local kill switch to those 2 and allocate a surge budget for one 48-hour window. Day 5, run both AI checks on the top 2 and save the outputs. Day 6, observe and record any incidents or near misses. Day 7, report one averted incident or one learned reconfiguration and iterate the anchors on cascade factor as needed.
Measure simple signals: number of unexpected dependents found, number of containment activations, and whether a reversible throttle avoided a rollback. Automate a weekly audit of index quality. If teams repeatedly score changes with low signal and no provenance, the index becomes paperwork. Remove that friction by flagging repeated low-value scores for follow-up coaching.
Before we close, 2 mitigations to the biggest risks. First, false confidence. Calibrate with anchors and require a provenance link for fanout. Second, blunt containment. Prefer throttles and sandboxes and mandate a 24-hour human check before public kills. Third, paperwork. Embed the index into the gate. No action without an index token and an AI dependency check. Automate weekly reviews to keep quality high.
This is a hygiene habit, not bureaucracy. Score 5 changes, contain 2, run the AI checks, and you'll either avert an incident or get a quick lesson on calibration. Both outcomes are wins. One preserves runway, the other sharpens judgment.
That's the briefing. If you take one thing away today, make cascade accounting a precondition for change. Paste the chain reaction index into your next ticket and require the 2 AI checks before you flip a global switch. Subscribe for daily executive briefings like this: practical, fast, and directly actionable. Make your next move count. Stay agentic.